Unit 3, A Stolen Identity. Reading.
I grew up as part of a tribe where we lived in complete harmony with plants and animals in Western Canada. Our elders taught us lessons through legends, and we respected the Great Spirit, as well as the spirits of the land, air, and water. I always felt protected and loved by the people in the tribe. However, my life was turned upside down when I was 7. Some violent strangers came into our house and took me away. My parents begged them to stop, but these men still put me into a truck, and this left my parents weeping. 6 or 7 hours later, I arrived at a large building. A nun told me this place would be my new home. It was a school established for Indigenous kids like me. I immediately noticed that the adults there looked down on the way we dressed, talked, and acted. They cut our hair and made us wear different clothes. We missed our tribe so much, and we asked the nun to take us home. She yelled at us and even hit us, though. From that moment on, we lived in constant fear. Our lives at school were miserable. We were not allowed to speak our native language or talk about our native culture. Instead, we were forced to learn a new language and practice a new religion. If we violated the rules, we would be scolded and punished severely. The adults often asked us to do dangerous tasks, and it was common for us to get hurt. Lots of us should have been sent to see a doctor promptly, but no one came to our aid. Moreover, it was very cold most of the year. Not having adequate clothes to wear, we could barely keep ourselves warm, and quite a few students ended up with serious frostbite. When I was 16, I was allowed to leave the school and return to my tribe. However, I had almost forgotten all of my first language and original culture. Everything seemed so unfamiliar, and I felt like a stranger there. I was always haunted by the memories of the school days, and I knew I could never forget them. What's worse, some of my friends turned to alcohol to escape from the nightmares. Years later, I learned that I was one of the 150,000 victims who had been forced to attend these schools, which were built by the government and church in order to erase the Indigenous people's culture. The damage can still be seen today. Our families, communities, and people are broken. Terrible things like this should not have happened, so it is important to acknowledge this history and have survivors tell the truth. All our wounds and pain should be remembered.